the strength, O goddess, to become enlightened.
Immaculate I want to be. The blood of the lost will flow.
Welcome be, O seeking souls, to this holy house of immaculates.
The lost will flow!
I am Loic, enlightened one among immaculates. Then it shall be my pleasure we are the chosen ones of the goddess. The benedictions of the blood render our bodies and spirits unblemished, for such is her mercy, that we may all become... You find yourself in the goddess's temple, therefore it follows she wants you to take the true path. So here, have this hallowed tome, read it, absorb the wisdom within, then find the... Do you hold it to be true, O seeker, that you are ready to be tested? Blessed be your willing Remus the First. In honor of the goddess, that which was stellar must become
Correct.
Agreed. That is correct.
Premise the Second. The blood of the greater should be used in service of the lesser.
Incorrect.
Yes, that is incorrect.
Premise the Third. Only those who have partaken in the spilling of blood and thereby created the stone that lives, the stone...
Correct.
Agreed.
Most gratifying. Oh yes, most exemplary indeed. You have understood the words of the conduit, yes. She, the most exalted of all, second only to the goddess, is the light and life of all. Corrupt is the world that the few, the proud, the enlightened, theirs will be her kingdom. When red has run until no red to become an immaculate, you must experience both the goddess's bane and her boon. Leave Silver Glen and take the western path. Follow it to where the winds howl and a great skull looms within the rocks. Their immaculate guards bar the way. But tell them you have my blessing and they shall let you pass. But take utmost care. I shall await you in the Chamber of Blood.
Alma Malbenita, a source hunter in Silver Glen. I have traveled mile on top of mile to find help, and now help has, how you say, appeared from skinny vapors. My story? Well, This is no small tale. I believe Lawrence, the leader of Mining Guild, tell my husband and many of other workers to mine. Lawrence knew that this ore caused rot. Charming name, no? Yet ordered miners to continue. Many men, my Ben among them, become the sickness. My son Sebi and I travel from our home to find truth. But this has proven not so easy. My sweet little Pomargo Visago, my darling Ben. We got along like, how you say, peas and ferrets. But here there is work, very well paid, in mines, clearing special rock from Silver Mine. So he leaves Sebi and I to come to Silver Glen. We wait with hearts like stones for some months. And one day, we see familiar figure moving with strange... We help him inside and set him to rest. But he was in terrible condition. Each hour he grow worse, rot so when his father die, Sebi become restless. Being of the age, he join army and go straight to front line. Though I wasn't there, we saw special legionnaire using strange weapon. And this legionnaire soon come to my tent. I come to Silver Glen to discover truth. And here I find Lawrence, that arrogant man, conducts his business without apologize to any. Exactly this. Please, Source Hunter, you must help me prove that Lawrence made his workers to mine deadly tenebrium. For your help, I offer blessing from my homeland. Se vi mal successos, mi plantos rizzarbo cae tormenti via nepo soggiai branco. Translation is difficult, but it means something like, if you fail, I will plant cherry tree and haunt your grandbaby beneath branches. Good luck. I will do my best to give ants. I have not found scrap of civilization among these apes. Sebi longs for heaping plate of my famous son. As for neighbors, well, those cultists would rather sacrifice supper to. May Zalmoxis strike him down, the murderer! I have one goal in Silver Glen, to make him share in the... I have no interest in those emasculates and their goddess. As Zalmoxis say in Book of Holy, I am jealous. Nothing natural could cause such terrible disease at mere touch. If you ask me, I say dark magic. A terrible disease. It transforms flesh of living into flesh of corpse, while infected person still lives.
Hello and welcome to our shop. I am the son of the proprietor, Nadia. Please let us know how we can help you. You've probably noticed that my mother Nadia and I aren't from around here. No. We traveled rather far from our hometown to plant new roots here in Silver Glen. My father, Ben, was a bit intense, to be sure. Set in her ways, but fiercely loyal to the family. Help her out and you've got a friend for life. My father was a good man, equal in character to his wife. His death nearly destroyed us, Ma and me.
Nadia whispering all kinds of accusations about Lawrence, but until she has...
I've got my eyes on the prize.
Hi there, cutie pie. Wanna have a good time?
These goblins are worse than the trolls. Half as done.
There we are.
Here you go.
And here's a shiny
Enjoy.
coin. Keep the change. Waitress,
What can I get you, hun?
I'd kill for a beer.
Won't be a moment.
Praise the goddess. I've passed the trial.
Then this is most excellent news. Welcome to the Immaculate Ball.
Yes!
New
I can
order.
feel the goddess's vigor coursing through my very veins.
There we are.
Here you go.
And here's a shiny coin.
Enjoy.
Watch where you're going. These beauties will pierce you to the bone. So, do you fancy a trade then? Come now, before my ale arrives. Ever shot a bullseye in your sleep? Well, no wonder with your skill book as empty as all that.
These goblins are worse than the trolls. Half as dumb and twice as mean.
At least they don't have that distinct underside of a bridge aroma.
Better that than reeking of fresh blood.
Hello, stranger. How can I help? Oh, me? Oh, I'm just the waitress around here, as you can see. My husband, Blosius, is his will, but that means he's Oh, no. Oh, not my...
They have. As kind as those from whom you stole every last penny, no doubt. Ah, does your hypocrisy know no bounds?
Praise the goddess! I'll pass the trial!
Friend, this is most excellent news. Welcome to the Immaculate Fold.
Yes! I can feel the goddess's finger coursing through my very veins!
These goblins are worse than the trolls. Half as dumb and twice as mean.
At least they don't have that distinct underside of a bridge aroma.
Better that than reeking of fresh blood.
You dare disturb my ruminations? It must be that you can hardly wait to purchase an ingredient or two for a very urgent rest.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. You'll hardly impress the conduit with such a clouded look about your eyes. But...
Ah, thank... Oh. You haven't any ale, have ya? Well, never mind for now. What sort of magical relics can I offer ya? Blessed by the goddess they are, each and all.
Enjoying your stay in Silver Glen, I trust?
Quite a fine skeleton beneath that hide of yours, isn't there? Yes, a lovely, sturdy thing. I bet it'll last 100 generations, if treated properly.
Day, I'd have a galaxy in my hand.
These goblins are worse than the trolls.
Hi there, cutie pie. Want to have a good time?
Do you have a map? I just keep getting lost in your eyes. Even true love has a price angel face. Luckily for you, that's so it is. But let's make...
Why don't you stay a while, darling? I just know I could take you on a wild ride if you let me.
Gods! The fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty princess! Leave fuse alone or boom!
There you are, Cuddles! Oh, what we do here is between you and me, lover.
Away with you!
No, Vicky got that! He got the princess!
There you are, Well, it seems I've got you right where I want you, darling. If you're ready to... ready? Well, the question is, are you ready, Source Hunter? She delivered us from rot, and from all that is unholy in this cruel world. She of the Source, and you, destroyer of Source, defiler of all that is holy. Still lost one. I fear this might hurt quite a bit. I wouldn't
God,
complicate
the fuse is
things
getting
by
shorter!
thrashing
Stop
about.
it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty princess! Leave fuse alone or boom!
Let me go, you little monster! Away with you!
No, Vicky got that! He got the princess well!
Please, somebody do something! Throw a bucket of water over the damn thing!
Power tricks! Princess Hunter or boom!
Gods, the fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty princess! Leave fuse alone or boom!
Let me go, you little monster! Away with you!
No, Vicky got that! He got the princess well!
Please, somebody do something! Throw a bucket
Fire
of
it
water
up!
over the damn thing!
Power tricks! Princess Hunter or boom!
Gods, the fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty princess! Leave fuse alone or boom!
Spirits of Rivalon, I call you home to the earth.
Let me go, you little
Bless
monster!
the seven, I am
Away with you.
restored!
No, Vicky got that! He got
Fortune!
the princess well!
Please, somebody do something! Throw a bucket of water over the damn thing!
Power tricks! Princess Hunter or boom!
Gods, the fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty princess! Leave fuse alone or boom!
Let me go, you little monster! Away with you!
No, Vicky did that. He guards the princess well.
Please, somebody do something! Throw a bucket of water onto the damn thing!
You there! Back off! Vicky,
No, don't go! Please help me!
Calm down. We're not coming any closer. Let's just talk about this.
Yes, don't worry, miss. We'll get.
princess keep her trap shut or Vicky boom!
Gods, the fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty princess! Leave fuse alone
No, don't go!
Calm down.
Yes, don't worry.
Princess keep...
The fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty
Let your guts.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you! You saved my life! It was that cur of a Frederick that did this to me. He locked me in here with... Dear me, I need to get out of this room. Yes, I'll go downstairs to catch a breath of fresh air, but do come and talk to me again if you want... My hero! My heart is still racing. That little monster's face haunts me every time I so much as... Bonnie's my name, and I am, or rather I was, a lover for hire. Folks would come to me when they were in need of some company, conversation, and more intimate desires. Yes? Search me. He's a regular of mine, with rather eccentric tastes, I might add. Anyway, he recently spent the night again and I couldn't sleep because of his muttering. He talked something awful. In the morning, I told him he had gone on and on about some Maradino character and a supposedly secret treasure lair somewhere in the woods. Next thing I knew, he flew into a rage, said the treasure was his and his alone, and that I was nothing but a meddling care.
Praise the goddess. I passed the trial.
Glenn, this is most excellent news. Welcome to the Immaculate Fold.
Yes! I can feel the goddess's vigor coursing through my very veins.
I was just about to let him know I won't stand for such language when he pulled that monster of a bicky out of his satchel and told the little gnome to guard the princess and to go boom if I tried to escape.
Praise the goddess! I'll pass the trial! Friend, this is most excellent news. Welcome to the Immaculate Fold.
Yes! I can feel the goddess's vigor coursing through my very veins. These goblins are worse than the trolls. Half as dumb and twice as mean.
At least they don't have that distinct underside of a bridge aroma.
Better that than reeking of fresh blood.
Nothing much, I'm afraid, but go ahead. I'll answer what I can. I used to, you know. Merchants came and went. They paid well and gave me gifts. Fewer and fewer of them travel here now because of the undead around Seal and the goblins holed up in the mines. Times are hard for a working girl, to tell you the truth. But where would I go? There's danger to be found everywhere these days. These bedeviled days. I haven't been immaculate for a long time now, darling. And if I see what passes for immaculate here in town...
Hi there, honey. You look like you're in dire need of some fun. Oh, sugar, that's a story for another day, ain't it? Speaking of, yours and mine has hardly begun. What say we... Indeed I do. Oh, that's the spirit, sugar. Oh. There you are, darling. So we shall. There you are, darling. Oh, let's do it. But first, I need to know about your preferences, darling. You're in charge tonight, after all. So tell me, which sort? In need of a gentle hand, are you? Well... Once upon a time, the patron goddess of feasting took a fancy to the humble spirit of insatiability. Of their union, a nymph, Clydella, was born. The child of parents so expert in flavour and quantity, Clydella's calling was clear. A master cook she became, the finest from Grounding Gulch to Wimpet Willow. Queens and sultans trembled before her crow's egg crumble. Dukes shed salty, toxic tears upon her sugared lion's wing. Clydella's cooking was beloved, yes, but to none so much as Clydella. Feasts she'd make and feasts she'd eat, licking up 3 wedding hams in the time it took to count them. More she craved, and more, till her clients had little more than crumbs to offer their guests. They'd wail and moan, but Clydella never quite heard them over the sound of her soup slurping. They stormed her kitchen, spittle flying, demanding dove roast, parsnip pudding, and pureed warg. But Clydella merely gazed upon them, blithely chewing jerky, and shrugged. Clydella's fame declined as the royals made deals with devils to find feasts as tasty as hers. But she never noticed one way or another. A nymph in her kitchen, frying and feasting was all she'd ever needed to be. Well, that's the end, darling. I hope it was everything you dreamt of and more. I know I had myself a bang-up time.
Walgraf gives you an envious look. It would appear he quite fancied some quality time with pretty Ruby himself.
No need for that rueful stare, rogue. All you'd have gotten from her is an itch in unpleasant places.
Hi there, honey. You look like you're in dire need of styling. I never said I was selling anything but a good time. A little, oh, sugar. That's a story for another day, eh? Indeed I do. Oh, I've got it right. Darling, I don't...
Friend, this is most excellent news. Welcome to the Immaculate Fold.
Yes! I can feel the goddess is being coursing through my very veins.
I'm aching to share a moment together.
Goddess greetings, friend. Her greatness gave us fire, her greatness gave us earth, and my savvy brings you spells at the best rate in town. Come, give me your best offer.
Where the wind blows, the goddess breathes. Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps. How can I connect you to our eternal goddess, my friend?
Better that than drinking of fresh blood.
Praise the goddess! Oh, Master Charles! Friend, this is most excellent news. Welcome to the Immaculate Fold.
Yes! I can feel the goddess's finger coursing through my very veins!
News from the mines. No news, sir. Goblins will slice us to ribbons if we approach the bridge.
Unacceptable. I want those goblins out of my mine by yesterday. Send another man. As many as it takes.
We haven't enough men among us to take on even a few of them, sir.
Are you deaf? I said I want those goblins out! Make it happen, even if you have to spear Drexis yourself.
Source hunter, are you? What brings you to this neck of the woods? The goblins? The orcs? The cult? Or the whole? Don't be surprised if you hear more than a few unkind words about yours truly around. I'm finished with this one pony rodeo, though. I did my best, mate.
Let's hear the deal.
I must say, I'm...
I knew a source hunter'd perk up at the sound.
Between you and me, the Troll King's sitting on a piece of treasure of more value than even he knows. A metal called tenebrium that can fetch a prettier sum than its weight in...
The devil's in the details, though, and I haven't managed to find a way to access the King's cave. But you're a source hunter. You can sniff out any point of mystery.
So let's make a deal, You find the tenebrium.
I wouldn't wish the wrath on me worst enemy, though.
So let me give you a little something to contain the tenebrium bars.
Apart from Gungir's stature and incurable case of the uglies, is not so different from a parakeet. Got a brain the nutty oaf sits on a river of silver beneath these mines, but leases it to the mining company for a fraction of its worth in gold. He'd rather put those hefty minions of his on toll duty than mine these hills himself for 5 times the reward. I can't be certain myself where his cave is located, but at least one of those oaf lackeys of his must know where to look. They've got to do something with all the... I'm no man to refuse a source hunter. As that circus rolled into town shortly after the tenebrium was discovered, some freak woman with a freak gemstone, a strange sort of substance, discovered here around 2 years ago, and folks have... What? Oh, you're a curious sort of fella, aren't you? Ask around. Half the men here have a brother who died from it. The other half were cute. I remember him well. Decent man, strong-backed, but something of a funny accent, no?
Striking it rich!
A source hunter! My liege, I am at your disposal. I am Lawrence, the representative. Oh, I am no one special. Merely a humble. My only cause for complaint, Your Grace, are these awful goblins. They're starving us out. You must forgive me if I become somewhat overcome when I invited a tribe of goblins to assist us in clearing the tenebrium from our mine. When the job was done, though, he and his band of totem-brained fiends refused to vacate. These goblins followed Drexis like lemmings, Your Grace, and if only I could undo the traitor, they'd slither back to the swamp they crawled from. Drexis's head on mine. Preposterous. What does that foreigner know about the affairs of Silver Glen? You do best, please, Your Grace. Those brutes. I invited them here to save our valued miners from the ill effects of clear. They haven't allowed a single human miner past them in months. And useless stuff, my liege. Worse than common dirt. But 10 times as difficult to explain. Yes, a dreadful business that. I've been for. You see, my liege, when a miner has been overlong exposed to tenebrium, he begins showing certain symptoms. Gangrene about the extremities. Had we known then what we've since discovered, we never would have continued operations. But alas, mistakes, my liege. You ought not to concern yourself with the fraudulent leader of some insane huckster calling herself the conduit of the goddess, when by magic or illusion she managed to cure a handful of them of the affliction. Every last one of the bunch began speaking of her. Fortunately for her, she disappeared shortly after her little trick. Or I would have thrown her into prison and swallowed. Ah, yes, Ben. Of course. Enough to know the whole institution has been a blight on productivity, with the blessings of the conduit to replace it.
Beware of the lost ones out there, Wanderer. Their blood is impure.
Troll toll! Troll toll, if you please. It may be pointless, life may be pointless, but the toll, how could it be? My life is like the bridge behind me. And go, dear me, why? I stand here day and night, humans hate me for I must take their gun. Once, though, I was happy. A girl, one of your very own kind, used to pass by daily. She was brought. It's all the goblins' fault. They cut the ropes to prevent you humans from going to the mines below. We asked for toll because our king commands us to. He is mad for gold. All his senses crave it. Gold is his life. He is the king of Lucula Forest, and a most formidable troll indeed. I do not even like to talk about him, for fear he might find out, and 1,000 gold coins.
No, we're not going to pay to cross a broken...
Indeed we are not.
So you will not pay? I can hardly blame you, though the rules of toll leave me like she left me, my bonny lass. Troll toll. Why, oh, why?
Your goddess above. Have you ever seen a creature more pathetic?
Stop for death, or it will stop for you. Oblige death now, for it death sends its finest carriage for you. Yet you deign to step. Stop for death. And how will you die then? Do you wish for a long courtship with the Reaper? Or for a quick death? Creeps, tests, nuzzles. Stop for death. And how will you die then? Death fly. Stop for death, or it will and how will you die then? Do you death fly?
Poor man. It seems he was eaten by a beast.
Well, partially eaten, to be more precise.
Did you see that? A shadow just sprang to life.
Strange magic indeed. Perhaps we're nearing the White Witch's lair.
You there! Your night ship! Oh, please, come to our aid! My wife and I are stranded here. Oh, we're refugees, my liege. Two of the far too few souls that managed those devils would have scalped and skewered us if it hadn't been for Alfie. Oh, the brave creature bit one of them in. Oh, it was naught but a small stop for trading folk along the long road south to Sicil. Well, we got along all right, but now our little home's finally been undone. Our bravest beast of burden in the borough is Alfie, but the poor blighter's bleeding like a stuck pig and can't move no more. Which means we can't move. Why, it would be folly to abandon a bandit killer in a wood full of bandits now, wouldn't it, your night ship? Besides, all our worldly wealth is strapped to his back. We'd be destitute without it. And yet, we can hardly stay here forever. Silverglen is close enough to see the chimney fumes from here. Mara, oh, we'd be mighty grateful if you would escort us to Silverglen, your night ship. For it is without Alfie, though, without the tools he carries, I'd be like a fisherman without his rod, grasping for salmon with his bare hands. Our predicament is clear, and the biggest problem is that Alfie's wounds are so dire, no ordinary healing potion will work. He needs... Oh, we are, my liege, though like I said...
You're right. We should try to heal Alfie first.
Indeed.
I'm glad you've agreed Alfie needs to be saved before we can depart.
All the jewels and trinkets? Hell, take the orcs.
How are you holding up, my sweet? You're not too tired?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. But how about you close your eyes for a bit? Have a rest.
Close my eyes in the middle of the cooler forest? No, no! You're hurting him, Sir Knight! Oh, no wizards...
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. But how about you close your eyes for a bit? Oh, how good it is to see a human face in these odious woods filled with nightmares come. My husband Bjorn's a blacksmith, of some renown as a matter of fact. A favourite with the legionnaires that passed through Hunt. What is there left to say, really? I could tell you it's more wholesome than Sicil, but then the orcs came. I could tell you it. Oh, I do hope you can heal dear Alfie.
How you are bleeding, Alfie. Oh, is there nothing I can do? I dress the wound, I would. I'm afraid
Ah, the Source Hunter. It is my greatest pleasure to announce to you that we Immaculates have captured the feared White Witch and quarantined her house of horrors. Yes, the greatest known threat to Rivellon has been neutralized, thanks in no small part to you, Source Hunter. I am a proud Immaculate, sworn to use my summoner's expertise in service of the god. Ah, the High Counselor of Sicil. We still, Source Hunter. I am sworn on my life to guard this quarantine. If you're certain, I suppose I can trust the word of one of your esteemed order. Go.
Out of the wilds you venture into the embrace of Immaculates. Salutations!
Fastened tighter than the treasury.
Look there, a portal.
Should we find out where it leads to?
Bloodstone, as powerful as it is sinister. Into the fray once more. peaceful wood. The caterwauling of cultists was making me ill.
Lakula seems fairly infested with Immaculates. I wouldn't count on a long respite.
Do a salutoin, Hunter. What can I do for you? How goes search? Oh.
A little word of warning, traveller.
Oh no, Panamine.
Over here, sweet cheeks. Oh, I'm aching.
Don't be surprised if. So where's the Tanib? Apart from go. The nutty oaf. I can't be certain. I'm no man, that's certain. A straw.
Look at you, sugar. Oh, I could take you on a ride. Is he a gentle troll? Would he benefit from my particular expertise? Well, I sure ain't romancing a troll for... that world weary. Is he? And I'll take that gold. Cheers, darling. Well, I guess I'll be off to visit Mr. Troll then.
So unless I'm very much mistaken, we just paid a courtesan to cheer up a lonely troll.
What's wrong with that? The fellow needed cheering, and that's what she'll do.
When you put it like that, I guess you could say we put...
Give one of the comfort folk.
Please.
Welcome to the Immaculate Fold.
Hello again, Your Grace.
Ooh, the pain. Demons, I have no idea what I am really. Only that I was caught in a snare when I was very little. Luckily, the hunter thought I didn't look quite appetizing enough to be eaten, and so he sold me to Mora. Bless your heart merely to suggest it, my friend. But you'll need powerful magic indeed to cure this devilish a bloodstone. Then it is...
We have the means to save...
That would be the kind.
My word. Well, this is marvelous.
As powerful as it is sinister.
Are left behind in Hunter's Edge. All the jewels and trinkets. Hell take the orcs.
Oh, I feel fresh as I have no idea what I am really. They worked me in.
Detect movement over yonder.
If we make it to Silver Glen, I swear I'll never set another step in any forest. Dear Alfie! Good as new! Oh, you're... My husband Bjorn's a... What is there left?
What do you say, your knightship? He's right as rain again, is Alfie. And we are your knightship. Right you are, Sir Knight. This is... Can I join you for a duet? Away from me, fiend! Away!
Life roils within these veins. think I'll go for the eyes this time.
Save me! Oh, do save me!
Ah! Someone help me! Please! Fire it up!
As thrilling as the stage, though not half so bloody.
Away from me, fiend! Away!
Ah! Someone help me! Please!
Your enemies are my prey, Source Hunter.
Ah! Someone help me, please!
Away from me, fiend! Away! anybody else smell smoke?
Save me! Oh, do save me!
Away from me, fiend! Away!
No friend contains me.
Scouring storm.
Save me! Oh, do save me!
Away from me, fiend! Away!
When it first started to appear, rot began to undo us more successfully than marauding orcs could. But then... Welcome to Silverglen, home and hearth of Immaculates.
Silver Glen! We did it! Oh, you did it! What is to become of us here, I wonder? Oh, but I know, don't I? A blacksmith I was.
To which Granny replied, so that I can hear you better, my dear.
No, be careful, little Red Riding Hood. It's the wolf, the nasty wolf.
To be jealous of that cretin of a fumble it's inconceivable.
And yet here we are. We only have ourselves for company. But he gets to stare in Ruby's eyes all the livelong day.
Her eyes, and lots besides. Lucky son of a troll, that one. How did he ever manage it?
Perhaps he enchanted. Perhaps she sees him as a handsome prince or something. Crafty.
And then she asked, Granny, why do you have such big, shiny eyes? To which Granny replied, why, so that I can see you better, my dear.
Dear, dear. Run, little Red Riding Hood.
I feel better already.
He'll get you.
I feel better already.
I'm kind of in the middle of something here, sugar. Fumble just can't get in. The poor darling felt all alone in the white.
Friend, champion of my heart, I cannot describe my rapture. A ruby you have brought me, more precious than any other on this earth. Happiness, he has returned in all this.
Let's see how long her storytelling lasts. Let's see how long it takes this woman to abandon him and cast him back into misery.
Woolgraf looks at Jehan with true, heartfelt pity. A man so jaded must have been hurt unfathomably deeply.
Are you so desperate for company that you've taken to befriending fungi? Well, we're glad. Oh, somehow we doubt that very much. Have you ever seen a dragon's pajamas? It's quite a lovely sort of barrier, isn't it? Who doesn't enjoy a gentle, breezy motion? Then again, we suspect it's been hoisted up by some not-so-savoury characters. And we happen to know just how to remove it. The only trouble is finding the right sort of... Here's what we propose. We've a fresh batch of 3 brain teasers hot off our thinking caps. Perhaps it isn't all fun and games. We hardly offer second chances to the beriddled. If you give us, as is your right. I must say, though, that I've never before seen a chicken so perfectly formed into the shape of a... It's quite a lovely sort of barrier, isn't it? Who does... Then again, here's what we propose. It isn't all fun and games, as is your right. Well, that particular topic just happens to be our forte. We suppose perhaps if you can answer each and all correctly, Source Hunter, then again, it isn't all fun and games, as is your right. Are you addressing us? It's quite a... Then again, here's what we propose. This is better news than the Orc Queen misplacing her thumbscrew. But enough delays. The ravenous brute tore down my chartreuse gown, ripped out my silken hair by its roots, wrenched my children from me, and fed me to the hogs. Who am I?
An ear of corn.
That's right. An ear of corn.
Bravo! Bravo! Bravissimo! An ear of corn indeed. Can you imagine a sheep in a chartreuse gown? A pumpkin with silken hair? I cannot lie. I cannot lay, but only lie. Who am I?
A stone.
That's right.
You've done it again! I'm thrilled. I'm amazed. I've a neck as long as twice the width of a toad's tail. As many eyes as half the number of seasons per annum. I'm known to cause hurricanes in the Far East merely by taking off 2 minutes too late. Who am I? Very good, very good. The last person who tried to solve that riddle puffed away in a small impish huff, mumbling about space-time. But not you. You stuck it out until the very end, you crafty little so-and-so. So, what would you like to know? One thing we know for certain. This barrier doesn't belong here. The wizard Maradino knew as much when he started poking around. Down the spell dropped, and up we scooped it. Unfortunately, we aren't quite human enough to get it to work. We thought you'd never ask. Some call her the Guardian of Lucula. And by our estimations, she's more than earned them. And she's been here since even before our great-great-great-great-grandmother, Francisca Toadstool the 44th, can recall. We do hope she's not entangled in anything unsavory. What a shame it'd be if someone with a penchant for heavy-handed hoe-wielding moved in. Murder? That doesn't sound like... Then again, it's hard to tell on what stalk a person truly stands until you've seen them at the end of their rope. Isn't that so? Somewhere in her cabin, as far as we know. The last we saw her, she and her apprentice Almina were rushing in. A group of them followed some time after and erected the barrier around the cabin. We haven't seen the White Witch or Almina since. Oh, some...
Wargraf spotted something.
miner had some talent mixed in with all that hot air.
He certainly knew how to remove magical barriers, if nothing else.